Dolby Atmos, Dolby Laboratories' 3D sound solution, is everywhere these days, from movie theaters to massive home theater solutions to even soundbars. But with the Sib Evo, Focal has done something a little bit different, offering a great speaker setup that's not quite as daunting as a full-on Atmos system that you're usually going to find, but offers better performance than a basic Atmos soundbar. And while they take a little bit more time to set up, they also look pretty darn good on the mantle too. At $1,300, the Sib Evo system comes with just about everything you need for a 5.1.2 Atmos setup. Now, of course, you'll need to add an AV receiver, but you can get those for about $400 or $500 right now. And that will also do DTS:X and Oro audio, which are other 3D or object-based sound solutions. You'll also need some speaker wire, of course. We recommend 16 gauge for these guys, which you can pick up on Amazon for about $20 or $30 or at your local hardware store. And you also get these back mounting stands so you can put the surrounds on the back wall. The standouts, or sort of the leads of the Sib Evo Atmos system, are the left and right Atmos speakers. Go figure. They come with a cool sort of futuristic design here. You see the gloss plastic and this bass reflex cabinet. And inside there's a 5-inch woofer here and a 3/4-inch driver. And then on top is the 4-inch driver, which is where you get your 3D Atmos sound. Now this is going to bounce sound off of the ceiling for the full sonic immersion, and that's the 0.2 in the 5.1.2. There's some other cool design cues here as well. Each of the speakers come with these rubber bass stands, and what we really like about these is they're really easy to put on, and they're also adjustable, so you can change the angle of the speakers at up to 5 degrees. Now that's really nice, so that you can sort of lock them into your own ceiling and make sure that that up-firing channel, the height channel for Atmos and DTS:X, is coming right down to your sitting area. Now on the back here is a pretty cool looking design. You've got the buttons to put in the wires and these very small terminals. Now it looks great, but it's kind of hard to connect your wires because each of the buttons opens both terminals. This is for the Atmos channel and this is for the regular left or right front channels. So it's kind of hard to get the wires to stay in there, so that's something to be aware of. Now one other thing to be aware of is while we really like this glossy look, the plastic shells on the outside will scratch if you breathe on them wrong. So you'll need to be very careful in transit or setting them up if you want to keep them in pristine condition. Now also in the system you'll get 3 of these little satellite speakers, a little smaller than the full-on Atmos speakers, a smaller bass reflex cabinet, but they do have the same drivers as far as the 3/4-inch tweeter and the 5-inch woofer, and of course no Atmos channel on top. But there's another cool design cue we wanted to show you here. Now they do have the same adjustable bass stand, which you can adjust at an angle, but for your center channel speaker, you can actually take the stand off and you just set it right on there. It's still a little bit adjustable by angle, but it's a really cool, succinct, minimalist solution to allowing any of these speakers to work however you kind of need them to. And of course we can't forget the subwoofer, the all-important 0.1 of your 5.1.2 setup. This is a nice little sub. It's a lot more than what you're going to get from most basic Atmos soundbars, and it has some cool controls on the back. You can see it's just a basic cube design here with a bass reflex port in the front, but then on the back you've got a lot of control for it, including your volume, of course. Then you've got your crossover point here, you've got your phase correction, you've got auto or on for power, and then you've got, of course, your input setup here. Not like a lot of Atmos soundbars, it's not wireless. You'll have to plug directly in, but still, we'd like the full control of the sub. You're going to get a little bit more here than you will with an Atmos soundbar. While you will have to put in the extra work of connecting everything and picking out a receiver, these speakers far outperform any Atmos soundbar, as we mentioned. Now the mid-range is a little lighter than we like, and occasionally consonants get a little serpentine at the S sound, but that's pretty much our only complaint here. These offer gorgeous detail, impressive and dynamic surround sound. They really pass the sound to each of the speakers very well. And there's excellent sonic immersion from the Atmos and DTS:X content we've tried out. Multiple times we were amazed at just how much definition the speakers serve up, how much detail is there, while still offering plenty of power. For music fans, there's also a bonus here because the Atmos speakers in stereo, the front speakers, along with that sub, offer really great sound, outclassing any Atmos soundbars we've encountered so far, as well as cheaper home theater in a box solutions. You can get a grander, more balanced sound from a larger system like the Pioneer Elite setup, but you'll have to sacrifice the Sib Evo's small footprint, which is barely noticeable in most rooms. Bottom line, for under $2,000, Focal's Sib Evo Atmos system makes it easy and affordable to add great Atmos sound to just about any room.